room behind the reception area, which is really no more than a large conservatory tacked onto the rear of the building. They've just started working on it today, but he hadn't imagined it was going to give them any grief. Dougie hurries along the corridor, panting slightly, still cursing to himself. As he pushes open the door to the ballroom, he thinks briefly of the happy times the room must have seen, the memories and the ghosts that still dance there. But it's empty now, derelict and forgotten, like the rest of the building. Many of the glass panels in the roof have been smashed, and the vast room smells of damp and rot. There's a raised stage area at the far end. A few of the lads are standing around, staring at something on the stage floor, which he can't quite make out. They're chattering excitedly to each other, but fall silent when they see Dougie approach. Their faces are pale. Dougie crosses the room, his heavy boots crunching the shards of shattered glass that litter the floor. He climbs onto the wooden stage, ignoring the sharp twinge that shoots through his knee. The lads part, and Dougie can now see what they've been staring at. At first he can't believe his eyes. He thinks it's some kind of sick joke the lads are playing on him. But as he looks closer, he realises this isn't a joke. The horror show in front of him is real. Two men are lying naked and spread-eagled on the stage. A metal spike has been hammered through each wrist, each ankle. Another pierces their throats. "The police," he hears himself saying. He forgets about his bonus. He feels bile rising in his throat as panic seizes him. "Someone get the sodding police!" He gazes at the bodies half in terror and half in bewilderment. Young men, probably in their early 30s. Their faces are black and purple. The wooden flooring around the bodies has been stained dark red. Dougie wonders what kind of monster could have done this, and why. The word that keeps running round his head is execution. Chapter 1. 3 months later. DI Matt Denning was sitting in his DCI's office, glancing every so often at the clock on the wall. He had a capacity meeting scheduled for 11 a.m. with the head of the ancillary support team regarding the outsourcing of IT provision, and he was aware that time was ticking. Ordinarily, such tedium would have come under DCI McKenna's remit, but she'd graciously delegated this task onto his shoulders, with neither explanation nor apology. DCI Liz McKenna, known out of earshot as Betty Taggart, sat behind her desk, lips pursed and arms folded across her chest, staring at the contents of an open manila folder which spilled across her desk like a paper tsunami. This meeting was what she liked to call housekeeping, a weekly catch-up between her and her DI that was intended to bump heads over the current state of play with the major investigation team she commanded. It was also a chance to fill her DI in on what was happening in the wider world of Met policing. DCS Harrison's replacement has finally been confirmed, she said. It's a Brenda Ross. She was a DCI based in West London for a number of years and is considered to be an honest plodder. Not my words. Officially starts tomorrow. Unofficially started last week. Apart from that, I know jack shit about her. McKenna's eyes lifted from the pile of notes and she shot Denning a withering look. It's hoped she'll last slightly longer in the job than her predecessor. Ian Harrison, their previous Detective Chief Superintendent, had left the post earlier in the year under something of a cloud. It had been discovered he had links to a known criminal going back some time, which he had negligently omitted to mention when he was given the job. Despite there not having been a lengthy list of contenders queuing up to take his place, senior Met roles were always seen as something of a poisoned chalice amongst the rank-and-file officers. Harrison's resignation had been gratefully accepted by the Met senior management. Had word of the reasons behind his hasty departure ever been made public, there would have been some very awkward questions to answer. Bad PR was in nobody's interests, especially those of a police force that found itself under constant media.